Well, howdy, 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 Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a late night video. It's not that late. I left it around 9 o'clock, and I'm on the part of 7th Street leading up to the construction. And I wanted to take a look at, record what I could of that so that everyone can see how much they've done. It's quite amazing. All this area here is closed off still. Closed off until the 12th. Tomorrow. I'm not quite sure if they're going to be done. So they're like, I mean, this part doesn't have any blacktop on it at all. Although this part does. And the sidewalk isn't finished over there or here. But it's got nice blacktop on it. That part's all dirty. And it looks like, well, they haven't finished doing anything there, so hopefully they're going to. Now, did they bring it up, or is it still 2 inches shy? If you see what I mean, there's that far to go. That's like 2 inches at a minimum, and that's crazy. I don't understand. So hopefully they're going to put another layer down. Because otherwise, I mean, that would suck trying to get a wheelchair, whether motorized or not. Boy, it is so windy. So there's supposed to be noise reduction software in the handy cam as well as light boosting software. So hopefully it's able to filter out the wind, because it is pretty windy. I mean, it's not windy, it's just there's a bit of wind. But here's the sidewalk they're putting in. I cannot remember if we had a sidewalk before or if it was just dirt. I think there was a sidewalk, but if it was, it ended here because this used to be a road. And as you can see, with the curb especially, this is no road anymore. And I really, really, really do not know what these are supposed to be. They're driving me nuts trying to figure it out. It is just the weirdest thing. But we've got all sorts of stuff set up here. Climb, climb, climb. You know, they're doing a real good job on the sidewalk there, or at least where it's going to be. Maybe this part will be an access road? I'm not sure. It's very slippery. I'm going to fall down if I'm not careful. And it's very soft dirt, so I'm not going to go back out there again. But look at that. And that one's a really weird shape, too. Very, very long. Kind of bizarre. I lifted the camera way up in the air so you could hopefully get a better view. Well, back down we go. And of course, I have to find my social anxieties because there is somebody across the road now. So I have to kind of limit what I can show you because I don't want to include people that aren't me. Such is life. Road work here. Ow! Where they're still putting in the sidewalk. And I guess it just is going to end abruptly here. Which is why I wonder if they're, oh, they can't, because they can't cover this up. So they couldn't make it an access even if they wanted to. So they're going to have to close that up. Well, how about that? Oh, that's bad. They just mounded up stuff around it. Oh, what a mess. Oh dear. I mean, they're going to be, I don't know if that means they open up back on the 12th, or if it's going to be, you know, they're closed on the 12th and then they open on the 13th, but there's supposed to be rocks filling these all in. And they're not done. I mean, they did a real good job on the sidewalks themselves, but there's a lot of rocks still got to go in here. And what about over that drainage area? I don't know what they're going to do there. Oh, they put in some dirt there to finish that part off. No, that's gravel. Huh, that's gravel, but this is dirt in the middle. I wonder what they're gonna do there. How unusual. How unusual. Then nothing's usual anymore, is it? Nothing has ever been usual. Everything is always different. Times always change. I wonder why it's rocks instead of dirt. Huh. And of course they were parking outline vehicles there. Now they've got them parked elsewhere. But they still got stuff just sitting around. But you see what I mean, I hope. For one lane, all it would take is one person who's had a little too much to drink, thwack into the side of one of these things, get their car so that the front part stops, the back part swings over and thud against there, and suddenly there's no way around. You're stuck. But what do I know? Maybe they're gonna make that wider right there. It's hard to say. It's all just guesses. And of course the filling in there. I mean, they have done just a great job. And the amount of time they've had and what they've done, it looks really, really good. I mean, obviously they're gonna have to, they can still lay the asphalt down. Blacktop. Yeah, the blacktop, because that's what it is. It's black top. Whatever the hell this stuff is. They can do that and redirect traffic. They don't have to necessarily close the road, because they can just do one side at a time, and then that would be fine. So it could work. They're just hopefully getting the bulk of it done. I wonder why they use gravel at the ends, the dirt in the middle. How odd. It's a mystery. A very minor mystery, but a mystery nonetheless. My name is Encyclopedia Brown. That's who I grew up reading. And if you have no ideas or who Encyclopedia Brown would be, then I guess that's the point, isn't it? Because when I was a kid, Encyclopedia Brown was a kid that would I can't remember what it was he smoked, but he would smoke something in a corncob pipe. But it was, an innocent thing. I could just be thinking of something else, but I do remember a corncob pipe. And he actually would solve mysteries. So, and it was a big series of books too. So, boy, I am so old. I'm gonna die any day now. Oh well. Hopefully my children will live. Pass on my genes. We do what we do. We do what we can. But as you can see, instead of just staring at this awful stuff, we could stare at this part where I had talked before how they have put in the fence in areas where you would just fall. Where there is no safety zone. It's just sidewalk death. So they've got the fence in there to try and keep the sidewalk death to a minimum. You might not die if you fell down there, but your odds would not be very good. It wouldn't be bad. But on the other hand, as you'll see when we get up here further, that didn't stop them from just not putting fence down on other areas. Gotta breathe. Not breathing is bad. These lights are really amazing though, by the by. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this as I walk backwards. So there's the light over the sidewalk, and then the light over the street, They're really nice. I approve. But here, all of a sudden, it's, you know, sidewalk, death, and no fence. So you gotta be really careful right there. And then all the way over, they've sprayed seed on the grass. But it's still, you wander over there and boom. Well, and it looks like somebody's coming down this way now, so I'm probably gonna have to put this away because of the social anxiety's impact, but maybe if I wander back over the other way, look at the wall, effectively. Let's see what I can do back over the rocks. Because over here, they're not doing anything to the road. It's just road, dirt. So that's special, isn't it? This was what I was talking about. This is why I say they have to be putting down at least one more layer. Because they blob that up all around it again. Because otherwise, people are going to destroy their tires. Which means they have to put down another layer. Because that is not going to last. I mean, it's coming apart right now. So that's special. I desperately need glasses and have none, so I cannot see anything clearly. But apparently no one is actually walking this way, and my ears could have been hearing just the acoustics of my feet, and I do not see anybody. So this is another one of those sidewalk, dirt, death zones where I don't know why they don't put fences around some of these areas, but they don't. And this, of course, is the fence back there where they've got the residences. Very large propertied, very fenced off from the rest of the world. Houses and the people that can afford to live there. And a blanket. Why a blanket? One of those things about the universe that perhaps we will never know. Now apparently they're still working on this spot over here. Holy smokes, what happened? Almost looks like part of it broke. That can't be right. There's stuff all over the sidewalk. It is very dirty. Oh no, that was just the shadows again because I cannot see. Yeah, this is the one that really had me worried. Because look at this. There is no way you could drive between here and here without getting your tires destroyed. You were going to hit one of them or the other. And there were a good 2, 3, 4 inches of space between the bottom and the road. Bottom and the road? Between the objects and the road. Yeah, they have to put down another layer. This cannot be the end. Okay, smokes, because like I say, these are just coming apart already. There's blacktop everywhere there. Yeah, they gotta do that right. Okay, smokes. Well, hopefully it can all be done in the proper amount of time, which means tomorrow. Or at least getting it done and letting traffic through, but just on a more limited basis until they finish. You know, just let one lane through. That means flaggers gotta live too. And there's a job, there's a reason there's flaggers. And you need people to flag, so if you can take the job, guaranteed work, as long as you can keep doing it and the city can keep budgeting. I've known a couple flaggers. In fact, one flagger used to be a nurse, and she had been a nurse, a registered nurse, an RN. So, well, no, I think she was an LPN. So she made money, but not mega money like an RN. But she had quit being she went from a nurse to being a flagger, went from being a flagger back to being a nurse, and then after that went from being a nurse back to being a flagger because she just wasn't able to make it on the nurse money. So that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Oh, they've even got this one filled in all the way. Gravel still, but filled in. That's a good thing. I mean, again, it shows they are definitely working. A definitely good thing. That's closed off. I mean, they haven't done a damn thing on there. Except for that. So, hopefully that's gonna get done tomorrow. Not necessarily that, but that. Holy smokes. That's like 6 inches above the road. I don't know how they're gonna do that. Good Lord. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Makes me glad I don't have to deal with that in life. But then if it was, you know, I would have been trained to deal with this sort of thing. They have all of these finished and semi-filled. Very cool. Very, very good. Yeah, the only place they've got the smaller rocks to fill in the divot in the bigger rocks is right here. Which seems kind of a, ooh, that's a not very good fill job. Hopefully enough to do the trick. If anyone's driving that close to the curb, they probably had too much to drink. Or whatever. Kitty? Or, is that a kitty? I think that's a kitty. And even though I'm not dangerous, Kitty needs to go running. I mean, Kitty doesn't know I'm not dangerous, so it's smart. Run away. Treat me as if I am. No, I'm not walking all the way to Walmart tonight. I started off too late. I don't want to be out all night. So, what I'm going to do is just walk up and around here so you can see what they've done in the intersection. They've just, nothing much. I mean, they did these sidewalks. You know, they had smashed them out so there was nothing. And then they went and fixed it. So they've got a lot of work to do still here. I mean, a lot of work. But they've done all of the corners. And that is very, very cool. So now I'm just going to walk on back. So again, I thank you very, very much. There's the time. I started off at about 7:45. 8:45, which is why I want to head back now. Otherwise it'll be almost midnight by the time I get back. Actually no, I don't want to be out until almost midnight. So thank you very much once again for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. You take care, and I will see you all on the flip side.